This is No Face Bigfoot, and welcome to my pickups video for Halloween 2019. And tonight is just a wonderful night for Halloween. The wind's picking up, it is hot and humid outside, and it is creepy up here at Nominee Creek. I'm just about a half a mile from the Potomac River, which is the border of Virginia and Maryland. Anyway, all these games I picked up at Rock 30 Games in Bismarck back in June, when I moved officially from North Dakota back to Virginia. Anyway, and a special shout out to everyone back on the cross country team. And yeah, I forgot to mention Brady's name, man. Known him since he was in 6th grade. And you know, again, Robert, Phoenix, Addison, everybody who runs that I've known for years. Congratulations on your 8th straight state title, man. That's, you can't even put that into words. Anyway, here are my games. This is a 3DS game. Very famous RPG, Xenoblade Chronicles, open world game. If I remember correctly, it's on a monster. And I'm going to put some time into that game. I got to buy me a 3DS. I believe these are GBA games I got here. Actually, this one is, if I can get it open. The pack on here is so bad. Oh, the case is so bad. There we go. Well, at least I thought I had it. Anyway, this is Final Fantasy IV. The case doesn't want to open, so this is probably one of the best Final Fantasy games out there from the older generation, not counting Final Fantasy VI. And I just love the older Final Fantasies better than the newer ones, except for maybe 14. 15 was garbage in my book. Tetris DX. Now, I love playing this game on the Game Boy Color. Now, I didn't play this as much as the original Tetris, which was free. They came free with my original Game Boy. This has different modes in it. And when your bricks come down, you can keep changing it and it won't land. So that's the one thing that was different between this and the original game. The original game, yeah, you was in trouble. If it hit the bottom, that was it. You couldn't change it. Got a couple PlayStation games. Going to nostalgic roots. Missile Command. One of the original games in the arcade that I remember playing. Man, this was a lot of fun when I was growing up. It was hard, and I assume it was just based on the nuclear missile crisis between the United States and Russia during the Cold War era. Pretty fun game. You know, nothing great about this. It's not as good as the Space Invaders counterpart, or Asteroids. They put out Asteroids as a reboot on the PlayStation. The funny thing is, I played that right after Final Fantasy VII. It was actually a pretty good game. Rugrats, Search for Reptar. And again, this is actually not a bad game. So, and I remember playing this, and there was another Rugrat game I remember playing. Can't remember the name, but I like that one much better than that one. But the other one was actually pretty good. Here's another good one. Colony Wars. This is a forgotten classic, which I wish they would bring back for the PS5. A little bit late for the PS4, but that's a really good game for its time. Okay. PS2 games. The Sonic Mega Collection Plus. Woohoo! I just picked this up just because I saw it. And it has Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic 2, Sonic 3, versus Knuckles, 3D Blast, and Dr. Robotnik. So, as you can see on the back here, my door just opened up over there, so it's kind of a creepy night with this wind blowing. I gotta get it for a second. Yeah, I have 2 screen doors here on the front porch. Anyway, this is Final Fantasy XII. Special shout out to the Nemesis 666 back in Richmond. OG original from Lone Street. Now, this is one of the Final Fantasies I never actually played, so I'm looking forward to digging into this. And another one I played a long time ago. This one I was severely disappointed in because of the length of the game. And I completely hated the Blitzball. It's still a pretty good game though. Final Fantasy X, aka Final Fantasy X. My friend Nimbo is still playing this, so really good game. But if I remember correctly, it wasn't even 25 hours of gameplay, maybe 30. Now next up is kind of a quasi-rare game. I bought it for $65, and this is one I always wanted but never could purchase. This is one of those Japanese games that is just plain weird and what makes their game so wonderful. And this one it literally sucks. Not the gameplay. It's Mr. Mosquito, and your job is to suck blood off of human beings. So, I always wanted to play this game. I always wanted to purchase it. And finally I came across it at Rock 30 Games, and I just couldn't help but pick it up. I mean, it's worth the $65. Here's one of my favorite collections on the PlayStation 2. Midway Arcade Treasures 2. Now, when they released these on the PlayStation, they only usually put 6 games at once. And the games are listed here on the back. I don't want to do a 3-hour pay-per-view on this, but of course it has Mortal Kombat. But Mortal Kombat 2 and 3 versus the computer sucks on 2. I mean, it really did. 3 was pretty cool. Gauntlet 2, Spy Hunter 2, not a very good game. The original, man, was a beast. It was like, you know, be able to play James Bond. They actually were going to use the James Bond in the original game, but couldn't. Narc, all you do is one of the most violent games probably in video game history, because your job is to bust people, take drugs from them, and kill drug dealers. I enjoyed it. APB, I'm just going to list all the games. Cyberball 27-2, Football with Robots. That was another fun game. It was tough to play, but, you know, you didn't have 4 downs. The ball would blow up, and if it blew up, it knocked your player out of the game. And if it's your quarterback, you was in trouble. And also, you know, the games were low scoring, but it was always fun. Timber, Total Carnage, which I believe is the follow-up to Smash TV, which has the highest kill rate of any video game in history. Wizard of War, one of my favorite maze games of all time. Very challenging. I remember playing that in the movie theater. Man, it smoked me like a blunt the first time I played it. Xenophobe, Primal Rage, loves fighting as dinosaurs. I wish they would bring that series back. It was a decent Mortal Kombat clone. And you could even eat humans to restore your HP. Arch Rivals, the original NBA Jam. They had a guy with a mohawk, the good-looking guy. It was a really good game. Of course, they had computer assistants in there, but a lot of times you still could beat the game. And one as bad as like NBA Jam or any of EA Sports' games. Rampage World Tour, Cosmic Cruiser, I don't remember that game very well. Championship Sprint, one of my favorite racing games of all time. Hard Driving, and Wacko. Wacko was a twin-stick shooter where one joystick moved, the other one... No, wait a minute. I think you actually had a shoot button. I can't remember, but you had to shoot pairs of monsters that were alike. And if you didn't do it in time, they would go haywire. You know, by the time you got to the 3rd stage in that game, oh my God, it was challenging. I remember learning about that game on the original... Well, not even original. On Starcade, they used to come on TBS back in the day, back in '83. Actually, I'm going to hold that to last. Tetris Worlds, another good game. I never played it that much. Don't remember too much, but I remember it was pretty decent Tetris game for PlayStation by THQ. And finally, one of my favorite racing games of all time. Well, it's not the original, but GT4, Gran Turismo 4. I think this is when the game was at the pinnacle. It had so many cars, so many tracks in it. You know, I loved 5. 5 was really good. 6, I just threw that in the toilet. I played it, and then I tossed it. I didn't even keep it, because that game was trash. For Gran Turismo standards. I spent over 200 hours playing this game on the original PlayStation 2. And, you know, I played it. It just, the cars on there, the amount of cars, I think it was like 600 on there. The graphics still look really good. Even the original Gran Turismo looks really good for today. Of course, it doesn't hold a candle to modern games, but for then, even now, it still looks good compared to a lot of your other PlayStation games. I mean, even Final Fantasy, the characters didn't have a face, you know, or facial features. They had a face, but no, you know, facial features. That's all the games that I pick up back in June. Pretty soon here, I'm going to give my review and unboxing of my SNES Omnibus and my magazines that I just got through mail for my Nintendo Switch magazine and my official PlayStation. Still my favorite PlayStation magazine of all time. Everything's going well. We're on a block schedule, not 7 periods, which is actually pretty good. Unfortunately, I have one class. I have like 4 class clowns. And sometimes I just want to, you know, can't do it. You know, not legal. And it wouldn't be very good if I did anyway. Because, you don't want puddles in the classroom. Wait a minute, did I just say puddles in the classroom? That's not very nice for a teacher to say. Anyway, everything's going good. And just listen to the minute. Hopefully you can hear the wind and the crickets. It's a beautiful night out here. No trick-or-treaters to speak of. One kid dressed in a onesie is Winnie the Pooh, and not too many people dressed up. I didn't wear my La Parka mask, and even though he's my favorite luchador, and Pentagon is my second favorite luchador, then Rey Mysterio. But my favorite mask belongs to Pentagon. I'm going to order one of his masks and just put on. It's one that's white and red. It looks perfect for Halloween. Tomorrow we're going for Day of the Dead. So taking one of my classes to that celebration. It's a very cultural, very good thing to go to. So anyway, that's all I have to say. This is about a 12.5-minute video. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button. And also, I want to give a shout out to Tyree, since you texted me or messaged me over PlayStation. Hope you're doing better and hope your grades are up this year. Yeah, Cameron, if you're seeing this video, miss you guy, miss the little guy. He was always pretty funny. And miss everyone back. And Chef Jeff, Junior, that's you, Justin. And Yellowhammer and everyone else. Everyone who played basketball for me. Anyway, have a good night. Take care. I'm out.